Miguel Diaz-Canel, he's a 57-year-old first vice president who was the Minister of Higher Education. He's come up through the ranks of the Communist Party. He was handpicked by Raul Castro. He first came to prominence back in the early 1990s as first party secretary of his home state, Villa Clara. It's sort of the equivalent, I suppose, of a US governor, an important administrative post. But I think that being number 2 in Cuba, you tend to keep a very low profile. So it's not entirely clear what sort of policies we're going to see from Diaz-Canel. At one level, he's considered a liberal. He was an early advocate of gay rights. He's argued for greater access to the internet here in Cuba. I mean, he's also called for a more open press in Cuba. But in private, it does appear that he's much more conservative, particularly ideologically, and he has been known to be quite strong in criticizing some of the opponents of the Cuban government. So mixed message here. I think what we're going to see from him in particular is continuity. This is what he was chosen for. He's not about to make radical changes. He was born after the revolution. He didn't fight in the revolution, and therefore there is this question of how he establishes his authority and his legitimacy. And I think a lot of that will depend on how he handles the economy. The economy is struggling right now. It needs a real kickstart, and the whole market reform process and foreign investment has stalled. The risk is if he goes too fast, he could upset some of the old guard within the Communist Party. If he goes too slow, there could be frustration, particularly amongst the young. I think this is his real test, will be how he handles the economy.